that say not only did they burn him, they decapitated him, cut him into pieces, and used parts of his body as things to put on mantles. So people would say, get me a tongue, would you, or a liver, a little crisp, so I could put it on the mantle. Now, again, I want you to look at the folks. I want you to look at who's here. We're not talking about the toothless,
what the fuck?
Big. They're squeezing, please. I want my picture taken. Are you following me? This is somebody's cousin, uncle, somebody.
When they got dripped for
and
it.
the ability to do that, dehumanize this man and rob them of their humanity all at the same time.
What it do, man? It's your boy 100 and we back in this. Hey, we back in this, man, and we got Dr. Joy Degruy. Joy Degruy. I don't know how to say it, but she's talking about empathy for Black people in America. And I saw like a little snippet of this on TikTok, and I said, hey, bro, I gotta bring this to the people. She's talking about, you know what I'm saying, lack of empathy for Black people and just what done passed down through the generations and, you know, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna give you no summary. Let's actually watch it together. Let's tap in.
I think to myself, if I were up here in front of you right now, and this is going to become very important as I move into the other slides. If I stomped a puppy to death out here, up here, just a little puppy, and stomped it right here to death in front of you, most of you would need therapy. And I would be arrested probably faster than killing a Black man for killing a puppy. Now, I want you to look at this photo very closely, and I want you to see who's in it. More important than the man hanging, because you got to understand the lynchings that occurred in America happened after slavery, not during. Thousands of lynchings happened after slavery, because this is a reaction to white fear of what we would do once freed. But we didn't create a vigilante group to take out white people, but they did create a vigilante group to take us out now that we're free. See, that happened after slavery. They were called the what? The Ku Klux Klan. They don't wear hoods anymore. They wear suits. But they're alive and well all over the world, even here. So look at who's in the picture. I want you to look at this little girl in particular. You can't see her closely, but she's actually grimacing, like smirking.
That's crazy. That's a dead Black man in front of you hanging. Even the grown people, like, bro, like, this is crazy. Y'all got y'all Sunday's best on, like it's a bonfire or something. Anyway.
Now, remember, let's go back to the puppy concept here. She would be loathed and torn up probably if this was a puppy, which means he's less than that, because she's not disturbed. This little girl is not disturbed by this, but she should be, shouldn't she? People always ask me, they go, Joy, what was the impact on white people? There it is. Right there. Can't feel any empathy for him. None, zero, zip. There's
That's
a little one
crazy,
back here,
bro.
Because whatever she's been taught or told, socialized to believe,
This is like Georgia,
makes him no longer human. That's the greatest danger to white people, is that they can't feel it. And there's a reason why white people can't feel what we're talking about. My God, what would you then feel? It's tough. So I've got to believe, oh, it's all over now. It's not my fault. I don't benefit. It's not a big deal. Let's move on. It's not all of those things. But we don't say that to Jewish people. I dare you. But you have to understand, when you unearth this one, that's what we did to our children. Let's move forward.
It's hard to chime in, bro.
This is a
It's
similar
crazy.
photo to the one that is used in Denzel's movie. Now, and again, most important, this is a man that's being burned. Also, I won't read the depiction, but there are newspaper accounts of this. It's written in a book called 100 Years of Lynching by Ginsburg. No pictures, just newspapers that say not only did they burn him, They decapitated him, cut him into pieces, and used parts of his body as things to put on mantles. So people would say, get me a tongue, would you? Or a liver, a little crisp, so I could put it on the mantle. Now, again, I want you to look at the folks. I want you to look at who's here. We're not talking about the toothless,
What the fuck?
big, they're squeezing, please, I want my picture taken. Are you following me? This is somebody's cousin, uncle, somebody.
When it got dripped for
And
it.
the ability to do that, dehumanize
Dipped.
this man and rob them of their humanity all at the same time. All at the same time. That is the most dangerous, treacherous thing that could happen. What did Hitler do? He dehumanized human beings, put babies in ovens. Anything that robs us of our humanity is a danger to everyone. And that is what's going on with people of African descent all over the world, because not only did it get done here, but who did we tell? The entire world we told these people don't deserve any value.
Mm-mm.
Everyone wants to be American. Not y'all.
15,000 saw a Negro burn.
But when we go, I literally go to countries all over.
15,000 people pulled up to see this? What year was this, bro? What year did that say, dog? 1916. My grandmother was alive. I think my grandmother was born in 1916 or somewhere right around there. It's crazy.
But when we go, I literally go to countries all over the world. America sets the standard, and thank God for what happened later. Let's move forward. So a lot of people start saying, well, y'all got free, right? Y'all are free. Everything's fine.
Before she say what she finna say, I always wondered, like, okay, they set the slaves free. They have no skills. They have no land. They have no property. They have no money. What did they do immediately afterwards? Did they not just go back and work for the same people and just maybe get some pennies?
Because see, whenever you talk about post-traumatic slave syndrome, people get locked there. So there's a myth that after slavery ended, the playing field was leveled. Was it?
Definitely not.
Remember, all the lynchings occurred after slavery.
Still not level.
That wasn't during, after slavery. So you had black sharecropping. Now, we didn't get a lot of black history in our schooling. I have 4 degrees and 3 of them advanced degrees. Never did I get black history. I got about 2 pages of black history, and one of them, what page was a picture?
And ain't required.
And there was a picture of the little folks with the cabin. You probably saw the same picture. It's a little cabin, the little guy on the porch with the banjo, right? Everybody happy? And we certainly need little Mary and little Johnny to believe that they were happy.
Hey, those are literally my grandmother's children's names, Mary and Johnny.
The slaves were happy people. And they had a nice place to live. Because we couldn't have them feeling cognitive what? Not little Mary. She can't start questioning what Grandpa did. So I want you to see this, because those are leftover slave quarters. He's a sharecropper. So now let's go back and take a look at sharecropping. Now these are folks that were slaves, no longer slaves, decided I'm going back to be a sharecropper on the same plantation that I was enslaved. Why would you do that? You all heard about.
This is a live reaction, bro. I did not watch this before I started this video. Like, I think I saw, I don't know what made me think of that thought. Like, I saw it on some tweet or source or some video before, and I was thinking like, okay, they freed the slaves. What did they immediately after? What did they do after that? Like, you have no skills. Like, the only thing you know is to work for this man. So I'm like, what else would you do besides go back and work for that man? You don't have no skills. Y'all ain't got no skills.
Katrina, yes? Yeah. See, I was there. My
Hurricane Katrina.
I went to the 9th Ward. Sometimes you can't pay attention to what the news says. It's important to actually go eyeball what's going on, which was very interesting, because it was one of the most horrific events I'd ever seen and probably will ever see in my life. Well, black folks were just simply treated differently. Did you notice that? Here's the good news about Katrina. Everybody noticed it. So all the rest of the world, where we learned, send us your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, your democracy, your equality. They said, what happened with that Katrina thing? All that stuff y'all talked about. Well, let me read this. This is from Associated Press. taken straight from the newspaper. In the front, actually, the top part here is actually a woman, but they think it's a man. Anyway, it says, a young man walks through chest-deep floodwater after looting a grocery store in New Orleans on Tuesday, August 30th, 2005. Same body of water down here, excuse me. 2 residents wade through chest-deep water after finding bread and soda from a local grocery store. Now, same event, same water. White people, black people. We've told you what you see now.
That's crazy.
That removes your what? Dissonance, because these people can't be perceived as looting. They're white people. White people don't loot. Now, the truth of the matter is, I don't care what any of them are doing.
Survive.
It doesn't matter, but I'm going to still the social conscience by letting you know, don't forget, this is a looter. Matter of fact, what you last heard was that they were looters and rapists. Did you not? So don't they deserve it? That wasn't back in, slavery though, was it?
It was 05,
now we're
right?
going to kind of move into operationalizing that to look at what is it, how do we begin to connect that behavior, that history to what we're dealing with and what you're dealing with right now and what we're seeing. And very often people say, well, is everything post-traumatic slave syndrome? Obviously that would, trivialize all the work. We cannot lay squarely on the shoulders of post-traumatic all the problems that we see, nor can we place all the problems squarely on the shoulders of white people or any of the above. So hopefully we won't digress into anything that is that foolish in terms of a discussion. Because, that's another thing that happens in terms of trying to deal with the pushback around this. Then we move into extremes, and it tends to dilute the realities that are going on. So hopefully we're way beyond all that. Well, now she's saying everything is post-traumatic. No, I'm not. And so it's, for me, my commitment is to healing. So this is not an exercise in some kind of broad intellectual esoteric. It's really about how do we then take this information and help a person extricate themselves from behavior that they've learned and or been socialized to believe, black and white and everyone in the middle that's been affected by this. What do we do? So this is kind of looking at the contemporary kind of reflection of the trauma, which is white supremacy and terrorism. That continues. We see that on a daily basis in the United States as well as here. This book is called Breaking Rank by Norm Stamper. Norm Stamper is a 34-year police veteran. He was the chief of police for the cities of San Diego and Seattle. This is a white.
I know I ain't chiming in that much, but I'm like digesting what she's saying.
White man wrote this book called Breaking Rank, and he really did. So all I can tell you is he broke rank. I've been trying to meet Norm. Norm travels quite a bit, and he gets a considerable amount of death threats because of what he's done. But he talked about, and this is contemporary. And remember, that's what we're looking at. How does it reflect itself today? I've heard some police officers refer to prostitute slayings or to the slayings of blacks as misdemeanor murders, employing an unofficial code for them, NHI, which means no human involved. Now, these are on telephone calls. These are on calls
Wow.
that you hear on police officers speaking. Hey, what do you have? Well, we have an NHI. We have no human involved. It's a black person killed. Do you see what I'm saying? Again, the dehumanization reflecting itself in just their casual involvement with one another. San Diego cops confessed to a myriad other acts of discrimination, including additionally dehumanizing the references to blacks on a radio call, just an 1113 nigger. 1113 is a code for an injured animal.
1113, nigger. I wanted to go back and look at this little chart right here. It says post-traumatic slave syndrome, the impact on black communities today, contemporary suffering, the trauma continued, white supremacy and terrorism, legal discrimination, differential treatment, post-traumatic stress disorder, a clinical view, multi-generational transmission, adaptive behavior, learned helplessness, internalized oppression, horizontal oppression. I really feel like, man, I might gotta sit down and watch this whole thing, cause just looking at just some of these like legal discrimination, like we see that every single day. Like differential treatment. We see that every day, like internalized oppression. I would like to like hear her break that down some more. You feel me? Horizontal oppression. I can imagine what that is. Like you looking left and looking right at your own people, and oppressing them, or even other oppressed people. You start oppressing them, even though you are oppressed. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see some of these things, broken down. I might watch it on my free time. It's like I think it's like 2 hours long or hour and 30 minutes long. I might watch the whole thing on my free time. Y'all see the link on y'all screen though, so if y'all want to tap in and watch the whole thing, you feel me? It's crazy, like just how dehumanized the black person has been in America, and even still today. It's like we try to act like it's not happening. We try to overlook it, or we try to act normal. As a black person in America, you try to act normal, man. You try, but you just see every day that it's not normal. This is not how we're supposed to be getting treated, and this is not how we're supposed to be living, bro. It ain't, bro. Like, we so used to being oppressed. We so used to being discriminated against. We so used to it, bro. Like, when it happened, we kind of just laugh it off and keep it pushing. And we just fight through it and push through it. But it's like, man, we don't deserve it, dog. We don't deserve it, bro. Like, for what? What's the reason? Wow, you know what I'm saying? What's the reason for real? But anyway, man, like I said, if you want to watch the whole thing, just search her name, and I'm pretty sure it'll pop right up. Dr. Joy. I don't know how to say her last name. I just found out about her probably 20 minutes ago. You feel me? But yeah, I think I'm gonna tap in a lot more. I like learning stuff. I like looking back on African American history, Black history. A lot of folks say we the real Israelites. They say we're Moors. We're Moorish people. This is the land of Morocco. Like it's a whole lot of different history that I ain't tapped into yet. That I probably need to tap in. You know what I'm saying? And really see what's going on and see different perspectives. Because just this whole like them little couple pages of Black history that they teach you in high school, it's not enough. It's not enough. We really truly don't know our history like that. We don't really know the extent to what happened to us, the extent of our origin, where we came from. We don't know. And that's why when other, ethnicities try to hop in and be like, we're oppressed too, we went through this, we went through that. It's like, bro, you got a home country. You got a homeland. I don't have a nation. What nationality am I if I don't have a nation? Where is Africa, America? So I can pull up on that. Like, we don't have a nation. So that's like, you have some type of heritage, some type of something. Black people in America, we ain't got it. We don't have it. Where is it at? But anyway, man, as always, man, leave a like, comment, subscribe. This is more of a, we using our mental minds this evening. We using our mental minds on this video. So, this is a little change of pace. I bounce around. I react to whatever interests me. Like, I'm not trying to like find no niche and be like, oh, I'm only doing this kind. I only do that kind. Like, whatever interests me, I'm gonna react to it. But yeah, man, I appreciate all the love, man. We going up, we going crazy. I think I'm up to 600 and something subscribers, 630 maybe, something like that. We going up, we going crazy, man. I appreciate all the love. Leave a like, comment. I'll respond to every comment. Hopefully we reach this 1,000 goal within the next couple months. I'm shooting for at least 700 by February. But yeah, man, I'll see y'all in the next one.